Have you ever grabbed your phone without realizing it? Opened an app, and then wondered, wait, why did I even do that? Or maybe you've reached for a snack not because you were hungry, but because your body simply expected it. Here's something shocking. Nearly half of everything you do every single day isn't a conscious choice. Your brain is running on autopilot, executing habits silently, without your awareness. From brushing your teeth in the morning to scrolling social media before bed, habits are shaping your life in ways you don't even notice. And here's the twist. Most habits aren't inherently good or bad. They are just patterns your brain has learned to save energy, like shortcuts in a complex maze. But those shortcuts can either take you to a life of productivity, peace, and growth, or lead you into loops of procrastination, stress, and frustration. Imagine your life as a video game. Every habit is a hidden script running in the background, deciding your next move. And the scary part? You're not even aware that the game is controlling you. Habits are the invisible threads weaving the fabric of your life. They shape your mornings, guide your choices, influence your relationships, and even determine your long-term happiness. The average person makes over 35,000 decisions every single day, yet most of them are driven by habits, not conscious thought. Take Sarah, a software engineer. She always felt exhausted and frustrated, thinking she was lazy or undisciplined. But when she tracked her day, she realized that most of her time was spent on autopilot, scrolling social media after lunch, snacking when stressed, hitting snooze every morning. It wasn't lack of willpower. It was the invisible grip of habits. Psychologists call these patterns automaticity, your brain's way of saving energy for bigger, more complex decisions. Without habits, you'd be mentally exhausted deciding whether to brush your teeth or what to wear. But here's the paradox. The same efficiency that frees your brain can also trap you in repetitive loops, sometimes hurting your health, focus, or happiness. In this video, we'll explore how habits form, why they stick, and how you can reprogram them. By the end, you'll understand habits not as chains holding you back, but as tools to design your life intentionally. Think of habits like relationships. Every habit, morning coffee, scrolling social media, daily exercise, is a bond you've formed with yourself. Some habits feel like loyal friends, offering comfort and stability. Others feel like toxic partners, draining your energy and time. Consider Alex, who loved his nightly snack habit. He didn't crave the food itself. He craved the ritual. Sitting on the couch after work, relaxing, scrolling his phone. That feeling of comfort created a strong emotional attachment, which made the habit almost impossible to break. And here's the key. The strongest habits are emotionally connected. We don't do them purely for logic. We do them because they give us a feeling we crave. Relief, excitement, comfort, or familiarity. This is why understanding the emotional hook behind a habit is essential for changing it. Habits shape who we are at a fundamental level. Philosophers like William James argued that our repeated actions define our character. Every small choice, repeated day after day, quietly sculpts our identity. Here's the problem. Habits don't ask for permission. Once they're wired into your brain, they run automatically, good or bad. Neuroscientists describe the habit loop, a cycle of 3 parts. Cue, something triggers you. Routine, the action you perform. Reward, your brain feels good and locks the habit in. Imagine this. You hear a ping on your phone, cue. Without thinking, you check it, routine. Maybe it's a funny meme, reward. Your brain says, that felt good. Let's do it again. And just like that, a habit is formed. The danger is that the brain doesn't care if a habit is positive or negative. Smoking, binge-watching, procrastination, they all follow the same loop. Over time, these loops build walls around us, making change feel impossible. Even when you promise yourself you'll stop a habit, your brain's subconscious programming can override logic. That's why habits are hard to break. They live deeper than conscious thought, in the neural pathways your brain has carefully constructed over months or years. But here's the turning point. The very psychology that traps us in bad habits can also free us. Research shows that habits don't disappear, they must be replaced. The secret isn't to fight a habit, but to reprogram the loop. Keep the cue the same. Change the routine. Preserve the reward. For example, instead of reaching for junk food when stressed, take a short walk, drink water, or practice deep breathing. The cue, stress, stays. The reward, relief, stays. The routine changes. This is like upgrading your brain's software. You're not fighting your habits, you're hacking them. Here's another example. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, suggests habit stacking, linking a new habit to an existing one. For instance, after brushing your teeth, existing habit, do 2 minutes of stretching, new habit. Over time, small, stacked habits compound into meaningful change. Philosophers like Aristotle centuries ago said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Greatness isn't built in dramatic moments. It's built in small, repeated actions that shape our identity. So what does this mean for you? You're not stuck. No matter how ingrained a habit feels, your brain is plastic, it can change. Here are some strategies grounded in psychology. Awareness. Track your habits. Notice cues, routines, and rewards. Awareness is the first step to change. Replace, don't erase. Swap a negative habit with a positive routine. Don't just stop. Redirect. Start small. Tiny habits are easier to maintain. Want to meditate? Start with 1 minute. Want to exercise? Start with 2 push-ups. Identity shift. Don't say, "I'm trying to quit smoking." Say, "I'm not a smoker." Identity drives behavior more than rules. Celebrate wins. Reward yourself for small successes. Your brain thrives on reinforcement. Breaking habits isn't about willpower, it's about designing your environment and routines. Once you understand this, you can reshape almost anything in your life. Habits run our lives. But once you understand their psychology, you stop being controlled by them and start using them as tools. Imagine building habits that make success, health, and peace your default state. Here's the fascinating part. Habits don't just shape what we do, they shape who we are. Every repeated action reinforces our identity, quietly sculpting the person we become. In the next video, we'll explore how small daily choices shape your destiny, and why tiny, consistent decisions matter more than dramatic, once-in-a-lifetime actions.